Whoa, why is this so laggy? Jeez, bro. Right. KTO, bro. Of course, when we have like crazy stuff, but of course,
Atlantic clearance delivery Delta 739er IFR to Kennedy, ready to copy.
Delta 739er is cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 125.65 squawk 5355.
Delta 739er cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Takeoff.
oh no, just think back to wait, no. Let's
Runway 9er left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 125.65 squawk 5355.
Delta 739er read that correct. Contact ground on 130.075. Good day.
That's weird. No, that's fine.
Atlantic clearance delivery Delta 1348 ready to copy IFR clearance to Richmond. Delta 1348 is cleared to Richmond Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 5747.
What the
Delta 1348 cleared to Richmond Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 5747. Delta 1348 readback is correct. Contact ground on 131.375 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Let's write this out. Yeah, I guess I discombobulated. Like, frick. Oh, it's because I'm there. So, yeah.
Atlantic clearance delivery Delta 503 ready to copy IFR clearance to Portland. Delta 503 is cleared to Portland Airport
So
as
this thing
filed.
doesn't register.
Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 0251. Delta 503 cleared to Portland Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure on 1.
Okay, yeah, true.
Delta 50 read that correct. Contact ground on 131.375. Good day.
What that does now?
Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 287. Niner ready to copy IFR clearance to O'Hare. Delta 2879er is cleared. O'Hare Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 5205. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 2248 IFR to Cincinnati ready to copy.
Is this thing going insane, bro? Hold on, bro. There's literally no way. There's no way, bro. Nope, I guess we'll have a hard time flying him.
Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 739er ready to copy IFR clearance to Kennedy.
Delta 739er is cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure frequency is 121.225 squawk 0577.
Let's see. So let's see. Stop doing that, bro. Jeez.
Delta 739 are cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 0577.
Delta 739 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.65 when ready to taxi. Good day.
I don't know why it should start crazy. Oh my goodness, bro. Let me think. Let me fix this fucking things. Damn it. Okay. Frick.
Atlanta clearance delivery American Tree 275 IFR to DFW ready to copy. American Tree 275 is cleared to DFW Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er right climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 0431. Atlanta clearance delivery Southwest 4232 ready to copy IFR clearance to New Orleans. Southwest 4232 is cleared to New Orleans Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 3005. American Tree 275 cleared to DFW Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 9 right climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 0431. American Tree 275 readback is correct. Contact ground on 129.375 when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Endeavor 5282 ready to copy IFR clearance to Augusta. Endeavor 5282 is cleared to Augusta Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.575 squawk 3165. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 1346 ready to copy IFR clearance to Norfolk. Delta 1346 is cleared to Norfolk Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 0431. Southwest 4232 cleared to New Orleans Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 3005. Southwest 4232 readback is correct. Contact ground on 131.45 when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 159er 4 ready to copy IFR clearance to Tampa. Delta 159er 4 is cleared to Tampa Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9 squawk 0213. Endeavor 5282 cleared to Augusta Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 125.65 squawk 3165. Endeavor 5282 readback correct. Contact ground on 128.975. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Lufthansa 445 IFR to Frankfurt ready to copy. Lufthansa 445 is cleared to Frankfurt Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 left climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 1641. Atlanta clearance delivery Blue Streak 5320 ready to copy IFR clearance to Washington. Blue Streak 5320 is cleared to Washington Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 6542. Delta 1346 cleared to Norfolk Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 0431. Delta 1346 readback correct. Blue Streak 5320 cleared to Washington Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 6542. Blue Streak 5320 readback correct. Contact ground on 121.75. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 2207 ready to copy IFR clearance to Gulfport. Delta 2207 is cleared to Gulfport Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9 squawk 3762. Lufthansa 445 cleared to Frankfurt Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 left climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure on 13. Delta 159 4 cleared to Tampa Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 0213. Delta 159 4 readback correct. Contact ground on 129.375. Good day. Delta 832 IFR to Washington, ready to copy. Delta 832 is cleared to Washington Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 129 IFR to Standiford, ready to copy. Delta 129 is cleared to Standiford Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 6547. Delta 2207 cleared to Gulfport Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 3762. Delta 2207 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.65 when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 1321 ready to copy IFR clearance to Newark. Delta 1321 is cleared to Newark Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 3621. Atlanta clearance delivery Giant 8087 Heavy IFR to Fort Lauderdale, ready to copy. Giant 8087 Heavy is cleared to Fort Lauderdale Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 left climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.575 squawk 3045. Delta 1321 cleared to Newark Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 3621. Delta 1321 readback correct. Contact ground on 128.975. Good day. Giant 8087 Heavy cleared to Fort Lauderdale Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 left climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 125.65 squawk 3045. Giant 8087 Heavy readback correct. Contact ground on 121.75. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 3080 ready to copy IFR clearance to Huntsville. Delta 3080 is cleared to Huntsville Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 left climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9 squawk 4776. Delta 1292 cleared to Standiford Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 6547. Delta 1292 readback is correct. Contact ground on 131.85 when ready to taxi. Good day. Delta 3080 cleared to Huntsville Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9 left climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 4776. Delta 3080 readback is correct. Contact ground on 129.375 when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 2324 ready to copy IFR clearance to Jacksonville. Delta 2324 is cleared to Jacksonville Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 0335. Delta 2324 cleared to Jacksonville Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 15,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 0335. Delta 232 full readback correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 9er 59er ready to copy IFR clearance to Palm Beach. Delta 9er 59er is cleared to Palm Beach Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.575 squawk 1376. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 1131 ready to copy IFR clearance to Houston. Delta 1131 is cleared to Houston Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.575 squawk 4706. Delta 1131 cleared to Houston Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 125.65 squawk 4706. Delta 1131 readback correct. Contact ground on 129.375. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 711 ready to copy IFR clearance to Las Vegas. Delta 711 is cleared to Las Vegas Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 1633. Delta 711 cleared to Las Vegas Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 1633. Delta 711 readback is correct. Contact ground on 129.375 when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Southwest 1572 ready to copy IFR clearance to Baltimore. Southwest 1572 is cleared to Baltimore Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 0605. Delta 9er 59er cleared to Palm Beach Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 125.65 squawk 1376. Delta 9er 59er readback is correct. Contact ground on 131.85 when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 770 ready to copy IFR clearance to Ontario. Delta 770 is cleared to Ontario Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 4753. Atlanta clearance delivery Endeavour 4834 ready to copy IFR clearance to Chattanooga. Endeavour 4834 is cleared to Chattanooga Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 61. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 189er7 IFR to Lexington ready to copy. Delta 189er7 is cleared to Lexington Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.575 squawk 0207. Southwest 1572 cleared to Baltimore Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 0605. Southwest 1572 readback correct. Contact ground on 129.275. Good day. Delta 189er 7 cleared to Lexington Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 125.65 squawk 0207. Delta 189er 7 read that correct. Contact ground on 130.075. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta Tree 119er ready to copy IFR clearance to Savannah. Delta Tree 119er is cleared to Savannah Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 5446. Delta 770 cleared to Ontario Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 475 Delta 770 read that correct. Contact ground on 131.45. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 585 ready to copy IFR clearance to Mexico City. Delta 585 is cleared to Mexico City Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 5661. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 1687 ready to copy IFR clearance to Dulles. Delta 1687 is cleared to Dulles Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 5445. Delta Tree 119er cleared to Savannah Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 5446. Delta Tree 119er readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.75 when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 2654 IFR to Minneapolis ready to copy. Delta 2654 is cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er right climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9er squawk 7657. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 836 ready to copy IFR clearance to Sky Harbor. Delta 836 is cleared to Sky Harbor Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 3251. Atlanta clearance delivery Brickyard 4548 ready to copy IFR clearance to Philadelphia. Brickyard 4548 is cleared to Philadelphia Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency
Request ATC clearance.
Good evening, Delta 8040. Delta 8040 is at the gate with the numbers. Request ATC clearance.
To Roanoke. Endeavour 5247 is cleared to Roanoke Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er right climb and maintain...
Okay, cleared to our destination as far. Squawk code as assigned, Delta 8040.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation, transfer, and display switches. Normal, auto. Window heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 096. Altimeter 2992.
Heading 096. Altimeter 2992. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cutoff.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 2136 ready to copy IFR clearance to San Jose. Delta 2136 is cleared to San Jose Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.575 squawk 217 tree. Brickyard 4548 cleared to Philadelphia Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 5161. Brickyard 4548 read that correct. Contact ground on 130.075. Good day. Delta 2136 cleared to San Jose Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 125.65 squawk 217 tree. Delta 213. Readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.75 when ready to taxi. Good day. Delta 585 cleared to Mexico City Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er left climb and maintain 7. Departure on 133.475 squawk 5661. Delta 5. Read that correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Blue Streak 5067 ready to copy IFR clearance to Charlotte. Blue Streak 5067 is cleared to Charlotte Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 7626. Endeavor 5247 cleared to Roanoke Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er right climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 0152. Endeavor 5247 read that correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Good day. Delta 2654 cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 9er right climb and maintain 9,000 feet.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It will be a left seat takeoff, using rated thrust. Anti-ice will be off. Standard reject actions to V1 as briefed. From V1, or if the calls continue, I will continue the takeoff as per the standard company procedures. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Delta 26
Departure brief
readback
complete.
is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta Tree 17.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight going to New York John F. Kennedy International Airport. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles
Request
first on either
pushback
side
and
of the
start
aircraft.
clearance.
Ground
Keeping in
Delta
mind that the overhead bin space is shared
8040.
space, so if the bin
Requesting
directly above your
pushback
seat
and
is
start
already full,
clearance.
please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second
Okay, clear
item
to
with
push
you,
and
such as
start.
a briefcase, tote bag,
Delta
laptop bag, backpack,
8040.
you can go ahead and utilize that space under the seat in front of you so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. So we'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
Departure frequency is 127.9 squawk 6555. Atlanta clearance delivery American 12255FR to Los Angeles ready to copy. American 1225 is cleared to Los Angeles Airport as filed. Take off runway 8 right climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.9 squawk 056 Delta Tree 171 cleared to Jackson Airport as filed. Take off runway 8 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 121.225 squawk 6555. Delta Tree 171 read back correct. Contact ground on 131.375. Good day. Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 1620 heavy ready to copy IFR clearance to mobile. Delta 1620 heavy is cleared to mobile airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 0731. Blue Streak 5067 cleared to Charlotte Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 133.475 squawk 7626. Blue Streak 5067 readback is correct. Contact ground on 128.975 when ready to taxi.
Atlanta ground, Delta 67 taxi to the gate. Delta 67 taxi to gate Delta 40 using taxiway Delta Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 6 Sierra Lima Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 4 Echo. Taxiing to gate Delta 40 via taxiway Delta Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 6 Sierra Lima Romeo Alpha Mike Papa for Echo Delta 67. Atlanta ground, Delta 1079er, requesting pushback. Delta 1079er, pushback request accepted.
Ground, flight deck.
Atlanta ground, Delta 1079er, requesting the end of pushback.
Beacons on. Brakes release.
Delta
Clear to push. Tail left.
1079er, request to end pushback received.
Copy. Clear to push. Tail left so you guys can release the brakes.
Atlanta ground, Delta 1079er, with Kilo ready to taxi IFR. Delta 1079er taxi to and hold short of runway 10 using taxiway Romeo Alpha Mike Papa for Echo Lima Uniform Mike Sierra cross runway 9er, left Sierra November 6 cross runway 27 left.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call.
Juliet 2 Sierra Charlie Sierra Golf.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Short runway 10 via taxiway Romeo Alpha Mike Papa for Echo Lima Uniform Mike Sierra cross runway 9er, left Sierra November 6.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-on baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Before start checklist.
Stand by.
Taxi IFR. Delta 2815 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 8 left using taxiway Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 2 Echo Hotel, cross runway 8 right hotel. Contact tower on 119.1 when ready.
Before start checklist.
Stand by.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 8 left using taxiway Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 2 Echo Hotel, cross runway 8 right, Hotel Delta 2815. Delta 2815, hold position caution, other traffic. Delta 2815, continue.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door, closed and locked. MCP.
V2 130, heading 096, altitude, flight level 100.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 152, VR 154, V2 158.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Free and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light on before start checklist complete.
Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2. Oil pressure.
Delta 2815, hold position caution, the Airbus on the taxiway. Hold position Delta 2815. Delta 2815, continue taxi. Roger, Delta 2815.
Starter cutout. Number 2 is stable.
Delta 2815, hold position caution, the Airbus on
Start engine 1.
Starting engine 1.
Atlantic ground Delta 739er with Kilo ready
Oil
to
pressure.
taxi IFR.
Start engine 1.
Starting engine 1.
short of runway 9er, left using taxiway Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 1 Echo Lima Tango Mike Lima. Contact tower on
Oil pressure.
119.5 when ready. Hold position Delta 2815.
Taxi to and hold short runway 9er left via taxiway Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 1 Echo Lima Tango Mike Lima Delta 739er.
Flaps 5. Flight controls check complete.
Starter cutout. Number 1 stable.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators on. Propate on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Recall
checked.
Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist complete.
Delta 1899er taxi to gate Alpha Tree using taxiway Echo 11 Echo Foxtrot 2 Romeo Alpha.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground. Good evening, Delta 8040. Ready to taxi. Clear to taxi, Delta 8040.
Taxiway Echo 11 Echo Foxtrot 2 Romeo Alpha Mike Papa 2 Whiskey Delta 18.
Clear left.
Clear right. Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 5, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.0 units.
Before takeoff checklist complete. Check your speed.
Atlanta Tower Delta 7 Tree 9er ready for IFR departure runway 9er left.
Delta 7 Tree 9er altimeter tree 0.16 wind 085 at 11. Cleared for takeoff runway 9er left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 9er left Delta 7 Tree 9er.
Request takeoff clearance.
Tower Delta 8040. Ready for departure. Cleared for departure. Delta 8040.
before takeoff procedure.
Okay, cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach. Ready to go.
Atlanta Tower Delta 72 ready for departure runway 9er left IFR to Schiphol. Delta 72 hold short runway 9er left.
Takeoff.
Traffic is Boeing 737 on the runway. Hold short runway 9er left Delta 72. Delta 72 line up and wait.
Thrust set.
Line up and wait Delta 72.
$80 knots.
Checked.
Go. Rotate. Positive climb.
Positive ring.
Gear up.
Gear up. $400 feet.
Delta 739er contact Atlanta departure on 121.225. Good day.
Going to 121.225 Delta 739er.
Command A.
Autopilot on.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in
Engage
case you
heading
experience
select.
any
Heading
unexpected
select.
rough air.
Set flaps up speed.
Set.
We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's
Flaps
safe
1.
Speed check.
to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to
Flaps
offer you
1 set.
complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices,
Flaps
a
up.
variety of
Speed check.
complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available, complimentary
Flaps
for our
up, sir.
first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight
After
attendant know.
takeoff
They are yours
checklist.
complimentary
After
for this and
takeoff
any future
checklist.
Delta flights.
Engine bleeds on. Packs auto. Landing gear up and off. Flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew.
Atlanta departure Delta 739er is passing 8,700 feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
1011.
Delta 739er, contact Atlanta Center on 127.5. Good day.
127.5 Delta 739er. Goodbye. Atlanta Center Delta 739er is at 9,900
10,000.
feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
Happy to release the cabin.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your laptop computers and other portable electronic devices.
traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles.
1011.
Flight level 365 Airbus. Report them in sight. Exejet 822 have the Airbus in sight.
Climb and maintain flight level 270 Delta 739er.
Atlanta Center Southwest 299er 8 is passing flight level 250, climbing flight level 270. Southwest 299er 8 Atlanta Center radar contact continue.
0.45 Delta 739er. Goodbye. Atlanta Center Delta 739er is passing 17,600 feet, climbing flight level 270.
Allegiant 1337, contact Atlanta Center on 127.5. Good day. Delta 739er Atlanta Center, radar contact. Continue to LAGGR. 127.5, Allegiant 1337. Goodbye.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Passing flight level 204. Now.
Checked.
Atlanta Center Delta 72 is at 15,600 feet, climbing flight level 190. Delta 72 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.22 radar contact. Continue. Delta 739er, contact Atlanta Center on 127.5. Good day.
One 127.5 Delta 739er. Goodbye. Atlanta Center Delta 739er is at flight level 220, climbing flight level 270.
Delta 739er, Atlanta Center radar contact. Continue to MULSN. Atlanta Center Delta 72 is passing 17,600 feet, climbing flight level 250. Delta 72 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.23 radar contact. Continue.
maintain flight level 330 Delta 739er.
Delta 739er contact Atlanta Center on 135.35. Good day.
135.35 Delta 739er. Goodbye.
Atlanta Center Blue Streak 50.
Atlanta Center Delta 739er is passing flight level 270, climbing flight level 330.
Delta 739er Atlanta Center radar contact. Continue to HRTWL. Delta 739er traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 300 Airbus. Report them in sight.
Delta 739er have the traffic. Climb and maintain flight level 350 Delta 7 Tree Niner.
Atlanta Center Blue Streak 5067 is at flight level 225, climbing flight level 230. Blue Streak 5067 Atlanta Center radar contact. Continue to reach RTWL.
$1,011. Center fuel pumps off.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments we will start on your service. You'll find a complete choice of food and beverage in the menu card which you received during boarding. Please keep the aisle clear so we can serve you more efficiently, and also for safety and comfort during service. Thank you and enjoy our service.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 124.7. Good day.
Center Delta 739er is typegoing 737 2 miles north of Victor Golf 09er flight level 350. Request flight following.
Delta 739er Washington Center. Squawk 1732.
Squawk 1732 Delta 739er.
Delta 739er radar contact 1 mile southwest of 21 Victor Alpha flight level 350.
Roger Delta 739er. Washington Center Delta 739er 2 miles north of 21 Victor Alpha request IFR to Kennedy ready to copy.
Delta 739er is cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Squawk 1732.
Delta 739er cleared to Kennedy Airport as filed. Squawk 1732.
Delta 739er read that correct. Radar contact at flight level 350. Turn right heading 050, resume on navigation, descend and maintain flight level 350.
Turn right heading 050, resume on navigation, descend and maintain flight level 350 Delta 739er. 739er have the Airbus in sight.
Washington Center Air Canada Niner 59er is at flight level tree 75, descending flight level tree 20. Air Canada Niner 59er Washington Center radar contact continue. American Tree 088 traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level tree 80 Airbus. Report them in sight. Air Canada Niner 59er traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at flight level tree 40 Airbus. Report them in sight. American Tree 088 traffic in sight. Air Canada Niner 59er have the traffic.
You have control.
I have control.
Delta 7 Tree Niner contact Washington Center on 127.7.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 40 landing. Decision altitude is 400 feet. Missed approach altitude is 1,400 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. We'll use the APU, but please delay the start until my command as we have a long taxi in. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
125.45 Delta 739er. Washington Center Delta 739er flight level 350.
Delta 739er Washington Center radar contact continue. American 1866 contact Washington Center on 124.775. Good day. American 1866. Goodbye. Delta 739er descend and maintain flight level 290.
Descend and maintain flight level 290 Delta 739er.
Washington Center Aeromexico 640 is passing flight level 345, climbing flight level 350. Aeromexico 640 Washington Center radar contact. Continue to Papa Victor Delta.
Attendants, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
Good day.
124.775 Delta 739er. Goodbye. Washington Center Delta 739er is at flight level 315, descending flight level 290.
Delta 739er Washington Center radar contact. Continue.
I have control.
You have control.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 0 feet. Recall checked. Water brake level 3. The landing data.
VREF 143 minimums 400 feet.
VREF 143 minimums 400 feet. Approach briefing 1011.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Delta 739er descends and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet Delta 739er.
American 1866 contact Philadelphia approach on 126.6.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 1 left approach via Chant transition cleared to Chant Delta 7 tree 9er.
Delta 739er contact New York Center on 128.3. Good day.
128.3 Delta 7 tree 9er. Goodbye.
Blue Streak 5016 contact New York Center on 128.3. Good day. Brickyard 4629er.
New York Center Delta 7 tree 9er is at flight level 215 descending 2,000 feet.
Delta 739er New York Center radar contact. Continue to chant. New York Center Brickyard 4629er is at 16,600 feet, climbing 17,000 feet. Brickyard 4629er New York Center altimeter 30.37 radar contact. Continue to Bonza. Delta 739er traffic is 12 o'clock 2 miles at 16,600 feet Airbus. Report them in sight. Delta 2323, you are 48 miles south. Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect on-out runway tree 1 right approach via DMRN transition. Clear to DMRN. Brickyard 4629er traffic is 7 o'clock 2 miles at flight level 200 Boeing 737. Report them in sight. New York Center Air Mexico 640 is at flight level 345 climbing flight level 350. Air Mexico 640 New York Center radar contact. Continue to Papa Victor Delta. Brickyard 4629er traffic in sight.
Delta 7 tree 9er have the traffic.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters
2992. Set.
2992. Set. Approach checklist complete.
Transition set altimeter 2992.
2992. Set. Passing 17,100. Now.
Checked.
1.975 Delta 739er. New York Center Delta 739er is at 13,700 feet, descending 2,000 feet.
Delta 739er, New York Center altimeter, tree 0.37 radar contact. Continue to chant. Delta 2 tree contact, New York approach on 126.4. Good day.
Delta 739er. Goodbye. Approach Delta 739er is at 10,100 feet, descending 2,000 feet.
Delta 739er, approach altimeter
10,000.
0.37 radar contact. Continue to chant.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be arriving at our destination shortly. We will be coming through the cabin again in order to pick up any remaining glasses, bottles, as well as packaging. Of course, you may also give us newspapers and magazines you wish to dispose. In preparation for landing, please stow your hand luggage in the overhead compartments on the seat in front of you. Please switch off all electronic devices and stow them into your hand luggage. Please be careful while opening the overhead head track. Your luggage may have shifted during flight. Check that your seatbelt is securely fastened, bring the backwards of the seat and tip in upright position. If you've booked a connecting flight, please contact our ground staff or take a look at the information screen inside the terminal building. We will be landing shortly. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Fold up the tray tables in front of you. Bring the backrest into an upright position. Fold down the armrest between you and open or close window shades. Please ensure your hand luggage is securely stowed. All electronic devices must be switched to flight mode. Larger devices such as laptops must be securely stowed. In order to comply with safety regulations, the cabin crew will now complete the final check of the cabin. If you have some service items left over, please hand them over to the cabin crew. Thank you.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
3037 set.
3037 set. Approach checklist complete.
Delta 739er traffic is 3 o'clock 4 miles at 5,700 feet Airbus. Report them in sight. Brickyard 4629er traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at 5,300 feet, Boeing 737. Report them in sight.
Delta 739er traffic in sight.
Flaps 1.
Speed check.
Brickyard 4629er traffic in sight.
Flaps 1 set.
Command B.
Autopilot on.
Flaps 5.
Speed check.
Southeast of Kennedy. Contact Kennedy Tower on 119.1 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 119.1 Delta 739er.
Flaps 5 set.
Kennedy Tower Delta 739er 13 miles southeast inbound ILS runway 31 left approach.
Delta 739er Kennedy Tower. Altimeter 30.37 wind 063 at 5. Cleared ILS runway 31 left approach.
Cleared
Gear
ILS
down.
runway
Flaps
31 left
15.
approach Delta
Gear down.
739er.
Speed check. Flaps 15 set.
Flaps 30.
Speed check. Flaps 30 set.
2500.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Delta 668, exit runway when able. Delta 668, contact ground on 130.275. Delta 668. Goodbye. Delta 739er number 2 for landing. Follow the Airbus on final.
Flaps 40.
Speed check.
Tree at 5. Clear to land runway tree 1 left. Endeavour 5416 number 3 for landing. Follow the aircraft
Flaps
on final.
40 set.
Wind 06 tree at 5. Clear to land runway tree 1 left. Clear to land runway tree 1 left number 3, Endeavour 5416.
Clear to land runway tree 1 left number 2 Delta 739er.
Dynasty 1-2 heavy exit runway when able. Kennedy Tower JetBlue tree 5.
1,000 feet. Stable.
Runway tree 1 left approach.
Manual flight.
Autopilot off.
On 130.275. JetBlue tree 50 Kennedy Tower. Altimeter tree 0.38 wind 06 tree at 5. Cleared ILS runway tree 1 left approach. Cleared ILS runway tree 1 left approach JetBlue tree 50.
500 feet. Approaching minimums.
Decision height. 400. Minimums.
Minimums.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed breaker.
You know what they say. A good landing is a landing you can walk
No
away
reverse.
from.
Engine 1 and 2.
Kennedy Tower JetBlue 423 at runway tree 1 left ready for departure IFR to Los Angeles.
60 knots.
Checked.
JetBlue 423, hold short.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get up and move about the cabin. Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during landing. You may now use your mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices while we taxi to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed. We invite you to visit delta.com for all your future travel needs, including checking in for a flight and managing your SkyMiles account.
Delta 739er, please acknowledge.
If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claim,
Follow the Airbus on final.
or any other information, a uniformed Delta agent meeting this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of Delta Sky Team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board
Starting the
and look forward to
APU.
the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.
1 left JetBlue tree 50.
Flight attendants,
Ladies
prepare doors
and
for arrival,
gentlemen,
please.
just
Cross check
landed
and
at our
all call.
destination. Please keep your seatbelt fastened until you've reached the final parking position and the fasten seatbelt signs above you switched off.
Taxi to the gate.
Please open the overbins carefully to avoid luggage falling out and also refrain from smoking until you've reached the designated smoking area in the terminal building. On behalf of the entire crew, would like to say goodbye to you now. It was a pleasure for us having you aboard today, and we hope to see you soon on one of our flights. Thank you once more. For you all the best, take care. Cheers and bye-bye.
November Bravo Alpha, November Charlie Delta 739er.
We're not at 3 minutes just yet. Hold on, we don't have a power source just yet. APU on the buses. Check your speed. Three minutes. Check your speed.
Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check.
Shutdown checklist.
Stand by.